Sean, what do you expect to
I
happen? What do you
expected a
expect
lot
to
of
happen?
yards after the catch in this game. A lot of yards after the catch. Chiefs, I believe, are ranked number 2 in the NFL for receivers yard after the catch. And the 49ers are ranked number 26th for their defense for giving up yards after the catch. So expect Packers to throw a lot of short balls and for the receivers to run after the catch. They're great at that. They're going to take over the game with that. I'm
It
also
would be
expecting the 49ers to come out fast and early, score on their first drive, and then go silent for most of the game.
Sean, to your first point about yards after catch, it would be really fundamental for this offense. It would be really fun to see if we can get Xavier Worthy involved in that aspect. If we can get him going and get him to chew up those yaks or the racks, whatever the fuck we call it now, yards after the catch against that defense, expect our offense to have a good day.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going to go. I think Sean is right. Although I think we come out early gunning. Catch this
Oh, we will
defense.
too. We will too. 49ers just won't though.
No, I'm saying we will come out gunning. Expect like a first drive deep, at least attempt down to Xavier Worthy. I think catching the Niners off guard in that sense is maybe going to be one of the only ways that we can do that, given our left tackle troubles with Patrick Mahomes not having much time to throw and always having to step up in the pocket, at least as far as it goes for throwing the deep ball. Catch them off guard in that way, and then we're going to hit them with a lot of underneath passes. Hopefully, get Xavier Worthy into that role, kind of take over that Rashee Rice role, running those slants and under routes to kind of cut up field, and we can use Travis Kelce to be that mid area target. Juju maybe a little bit deeper downfield for some 50-50 balls is what I would really like to see happening. But realistically, I think this is going to be a lower scoring game. Both defenses are really, really good. Both offenses do struggle at times, um, especially when you have a quarterback like Brock Purdy. That's going to happen. So expect this to be a ground and pound running whip from Kareem Hunt, especially coming off a bye. The shoulder's healthy. He's going to get a lot of chances to run that up the gut and probably look for him to be in the flats. I would expect. Um, let's say this. I expect Reem Hunt to have a total of 12 plus carries, so probably 12 to 16 carries, and expect for him to get roughly 4 catches.
What
That's
about
a
the
fair
yardage?
assessment.
What about the
Yeah.
yardage? Hold up. Hold up. That's fair, but he's got to give yardage for that too to
You want
be
yardage for that? So let's say
Eight.
12, let's say 14 carries, under, let's go 76 yards, 14 carries, 4 receptions, 44.
44. Wow. I was
So
thinking
you think
26, but
he
okay.
grand total he's got over a buck on the day?
Over a buck on the day.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I think it depends on how, kind of like you also said, Sean, like how does San Francisco tackle? If San Francisco tackles, I don't think he probably goes over a buck. Um, because I mean, dude, like the box for San Francisco is terrifying. Not that the Chiefs isn't, but like that's a mean looking defensive front. I really can't speak on the 49ers backfield, or defensive backfield, as none of their players come to name right now. Unfortunately, I'm probably not doing them enough justice. That's my bad.
Charvarius
That's
Ward.
yeah. I was gonna say he was there. He was a Weddle guy a few like last week or something like that. Is what I was. They had a guy on the Weddle last week, but yeah, no, I think um to your other point is that like so Ty Bob, you said you're gonna go deep because you don't think the 49ers will expect it.
I'm
But the
saying early.
49ers can get after the quarterback because of your left tackle problem. So like where's your thought
That's why I'm
process
saying
there? I don't disagree
catching
with
them
you.
off.
What's your thought?
Yeah, no, just catching them off guard, doing it as early as possible, while they're thinking, okay, maybe we're gonna run it. We're gonna throw those short underneath passes like we
Okay.
have. Let's hit them very early. Play one, play two. Let's get that one throw out there. Let's get the DBs to back off. Then we can hit them on the underneath routes. We can hit them on the flats. We can hit them underneath the gut while rushing the ball. Get those guys to back up, and then we can kind of have a really good first drive from there.
And
That would be my part of the script that I would say let's
I
let's
think
do that.
even attempting the deep pass early on would help us out anyways. The deep shot to Worthy against the Chargers, I feel like refocused the league on the Chiefs throwing the deep ball. It's going to be tough whether we try it or not. So I think even the attempt to go deep early on is going to kind of jar them or back them up a little bit. So
Pat's going to have two full wind up throws,
Oh yeah. I
ones that we
think
don't see very often.
Al Davis used to say it a lot. Like you have to test the defensive backfield deep and you have to do it early. Like if you can establish that like, hey, I can throw the ball deep whenever the hell I want to, and you got to be ready for it. I mean, that's a part of,
nightmare fuel.
it is nightmare fuel, that's for sure. But like it's part of making the defense as honest as possible, right? You know, you have to run the ball well. You have to be able, sometimes to threaten the defense down the field to keep them playing honest, so they can't kind of get an edge on you that way. Um, I don't know. The over under is 47 right now. How do you guys feel about that?
35 for the Chiefs. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Whoa,
Well,
whoa,
I
whoa.
this game
That's a lot of yak.
this game is certainly capable of breaching
Yeah,
that that whatever you fucking want to call it, the over.
47, the over under.
Yeah. So it just kind of comes down to the game flow and how the defenses are playing, like we've been talking about, kind of because the firepower on both offenses is undeniable. Like the 49ers, even with their injuries right now, still have some of the best skill players in the league. So
No, I
it has all full capability of
mhm.
getting up to like 50 fucking points. But
And just being like a classic,
if the
because
defenses are playing well, like
yeah,
it's going to be
This
tough.
is the 49ers offense is the only this 49ers team because they can score from their defense too. And the way that Patrick has been playing with turnovers, who
I
knows?
was
Who
just
knows,
about
right?
to bring that up. I honestly think whoever here's another what to expect. I expect the team whoever's team's quarterback throws an interception, don't expect them to win.
What if they both throw interceptions?
If they but I guess that's more of a what not to I phrased that wrong. So if Brock Purdy throws an interception, expect the Chiefs to win. If Patrick Mahomes throws an interception, expect
Tommy,
the 49ers to win.
are you
If
trying
only
to
one of them, if they both do, now it's a fucking toss
are
up.
you
But
trying to are you trying to say that the team that wins the turnover battle is going to win the game?
I don't necessarily think it's the turnover battle though. I think it's the interceptions. Because you guys can survive off of fumbling the football. I really do. I really do. Because that's not a big deal. But if Patty gets off, like he throws an interception and maybe it shatters his confidence for like a quarter and a half, like that is an
That doesn't
that is
happen.
an that is an open door for a
Pat
team
Pat
to
might
stick with
Pat
you.
might be a little discombobulated at times, like leading to throwing the interception, but as soon as he does it, he usually comes out firing the next.
Alrighty, well then, okay, so then just move that before the interception. And I think leading up to that, if he throws one, like that is the opening for the 49ers to like you have to take advantage of that.
I'm not understanding the logic there because either way, you're turning the ball over to the other team, whether it's a fumble or an interception. But we've seen already this season that interceptions from Pat are not detrimental to this team.
Yeah, but you haven't played a team really like the 49ers. I guess the Ravens.
Here was where I was going to go with this on the over under thing. I guess it kind of blends into what you're saying, Tommy. Is that can this 49ers team be the first team to score more than 25 points on the Kansas City Chiefs in the last near 20 games?
Does it matter
If they
though if
if
you
they
guys
can
also
be,
score over 20? Like if you both score 30, does it fucking matter? Like if you score 31 and they score 30, like does it really matter?
if they can be, then we've got a potential loss here. That's all I'm like. If they're going to be a team who scores over 25, our defense isn't holding up their end of the bargain. I'm not totally confident in the way that the offense minus the what was that week 5 minus week 5. I'm not totally confident currently in where our offense stands. I'd like to see a little bit more before I have total confidence that they're going to be the ones who can win a game when our defense is faltering. As of right now, I don't know if the 49ers, they're a team that I think could, but will they? I will say this. The 49ers will have to score more than 25 points if they have a shot at winning this game.
I agree. That's probably yeah. And a clean game. Just like
I'm also calling a Jody Fortson touchdown in this.
Jody.
There. Just
What is
Active
that?
roster? Is he active? Is he on the active roster?
Yeah, he played week 5. He got
Yeah.
a catch.
Oh, I didn't know. Fuck.
Yep.
Shit.
Jody Fortson.
I didn't want,
If
dude.
I'm not okay. Oh, so he is plus. Let's see. Anytime touchdown. Fortson plus 1,200,
Oh
$10
yeah.
to win
Ooh.
120 if he
I'm
scores.
I'm going over to Illinois.
Also, Sky Moore's like plus 800. Noah Gray's like plus 650.
How is Jody worse odds than Sky?
That's a bad call, Vegas. The
Well,
bad
just
call.
just where he's at on the depth chart, probably.
Yeah.
But we've
Noah
had so many red
Gray's
zone troubles. Like, why not go for it with
Yeah.
Jody out there?
Noah Gray's plus 650. Chiefs defense is minus 5 or 450.
Give Jody
That's-
one game where we give him 5+ catches. So, like, just come on.
Just give me one. Trade him for a first round pick.
Oh, come on. No, no.
As much
Clyde
as
is
I
plus
love Jody.
330
Way
or
more valuable than
340.
a first-round pick.
That's fair.
Yeah, Clyde's gonna get activated before Justin Ross will be. He'll be pulled up.
Clyde gonna be available for this game?
He was talking with Angie this week that he's possibly gonna be able to be there and be activated off that his 21-day window.
Interesting. I'd like to see it. We really haven't talked much about outside of like bashing this 49ers team. What are maybe some things that we shouldn't be expecting to see from this game? Maybe on the Kansas City Chiefs side that this 49ers team can take advantage of because they are a good team even regardless of the injuries that have been happening.
Can I go?
Yes,
Sweet.
Tom.
Don't expect the offensive line to have a clean game. They probably give up a sack or two.
Okay. We did mention left tackle issues earlier.
That's why, yeah. Like
Yeah. Nice job, Tommy.
that's my do not expect. Go ahead, laugh. All right.
I'm gonna give you a little teaser for just the tips on the NFL show. I'm not expecting much out of the San Francisco 49ers tight end George Kittle.
Greg.
Sit him.
Very good.
Sit Greg.
Ooh. Sit Greg.
Is it Greg?
It's a
Sit
joke.
Greg.
Oh,
Had to
I'm
be
not
there.
getting something here. That's all right.
He's trying to find me for calling George Kittle Greg.
No. I just didn't like. I
Not in
did
on
not
it.
know what you were referencing like at all.
Not in on it.
Yeah,
guy's
that's
name.
okay. I wasn't
Greg.
trying to find you.
Greg Kittle.
Jesus.
Tepper,
Ty
what are
Bob?
you not expecting?
Yeah.
I'm not expecting.
He doesn't know. He didn't have one ready.
I don't have.
Didn't have one ready.
Damn, Sean put you on the spot.
That's for that horrible trade offer.
What makes you think George
Okay.
Kittle will be held to not a lot of points and just yards and catches in general?
I think he's going to be used more in the blocking game in this one. Granted, we can't cover tight ends, but we've gotten a lot better since the first 2 weeks of the season. So we're going to put it all together and stop Greg.
Think Ricky
Yeah,
Pearsall gets some action?
Not this week.
Ah, boo.
Is he back yet?
He's practicing.
Uh-huh,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Didn't realize.
What a guy. What a fucking trooper.
That's grit, baby.
There was a sick video on the internet of him like like just being a badass in college.
Oh, and the old Brian Robinson.
Brian.
Oh, he's gonna be back before Brian ever was.
Many
though.
men.
For me, as good as our defense is, don't expect us to cover the under routes super well. Not that they're going to get a whole lot of yards after catch. Our guys know how to tackle, but expect those speedy wide receivers who are shifty off the line to be able to get probably quite a few catches on those under routes, just as much as we're hoping and expecting from Xavier Worthy. Do expect that from Brandon Ayuk and Debo Samuel for the 49ers. They're going to be running a lot of pick plays. They're going to be running a lot of motion stuff to kind of throw our defense off, and it's just going to create that initial bolt of open space. But don't expect them to get too far either.
So Debo has had more production than Ayuk this season, and I really think McDuffie and the secondary in general is going to key and shut down Debo. If the 49ers see success through the passing game, it's most likely going to have to come through Brandon Ayuk.
I don't know, man. Jawan Jennings seems to be our kryptonite,
Yeah.
especially in the Super Bowl. So
That's true.
I've seen Ayuk cut us up on with his routes though. I have. So I
But
would
Purdy's
expect,
just not good enough to get him the ball.
but I would expect if they're having success in the passing game, Ayuk's probably going to close in on 10 catches.
Ayuk didn't go to training camp. He's not going to do shit. Go to
I
training
don't
camp,
know.
bro. Hang out. Be with your fucking team. Stop being a bitch.
He had a big week last week.
I mean, true that, but
How many points did he score for fantasy last week?
I'm getting there. Don't you worry.
I'm sorry. I just expected you to have it. That's on me. That's on
He
me.
wasn't on the list recently, so you kind of forgot about him.
Oh.
All right, not
'Cause he
last week,
didn't
but
go to
week
training camp.
5, he had 23 points. Last week he had 5. So
Ah.
sorry.
No, you're good. See, he usually does really good against Seattle too. That's damn, I was completely wrong about that Seattle 49ers game. Thinking back on it, holy cow. Sorry to derail this segment there. That just hit me. I was like, "Phew, that was a bad fucking call."
Who we watching this week? Who is the player who is getting you most excited for this game?
God, guys.
Anyone? Anyone?
I thought someone was going to take it. No. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take it. Xavier Worthy. I know we have talked about him a lot, but like I said earlier, Patrick's going to have 2 full wind-up throws in this game. That's not even counting the other deep balls he's still going to throw. He's going to find Xavier a lot. I think this is his breakout game. They just had the bye week. They definitely keyed in on that during practice these past 2 weeks. So look for Worthy to have a huge game this one. 6 catches, 125 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Ooh,
One could be rushing though.
Wow.
that's a juicy parlay. A 2 touchdown and 2+ touchdowns. That's a juicy line.
Like I said, I'm going to Illinois. This is going to be a big same game parlay.
There you go. There you go. Watch out for Fred Warner, linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers. The guy is an animal. The only other 2 linebackers I really enjoy watching play in this league are Nick Bolton and Roquan Smith. They're different. They are a cut above all the other linebackers, I think, in the league. Not that to say the other linebackers suck, but they're the cream of the crop right now. Look for Fred Warner, probably 10+ tackles at least, maybe a couple TFLs. Who knows? He likes to punch at that football too. Maybe he knocks one loose or something like that. So Fred Warner, man.
So look, the name I'm about to throw out, you guys are going to roll your eyes because it's our team, it's our fucking guy, right?
Say Travis Kelce.
Travis fucking Kelce.
Oh,
right? Travis fucking Kelce. This is a tough squad. This is a tough defense, and we're going into San Francisco off a bye expecting to win, right? Like we have a juggernaut fucking squad, and we should go in there and handle business. Well, this needs to be a classic Travis Kelce game. Whether or not he gets into the end zone, I think that's been a struggle for us this season, but getting the ball to Travis Kelce is going to be paramount. We need to be in rhythm, and when we're in rhythm, we are getting the ball to Travis Kelce. Okay? I said it.
I think
I
for
like
him,
that.
you got to hit him on 3rd down. I think that's his kind of bread
He's
and
gonna
butter.
be our big third down target. I will say this: look out for the Chiefs to probably go for quite a few 4th downs. I would expect us to
Be
get to
aggressive.
some
We're going for
fourth
the
down
throat.
situations.
Andy's gonna be like,
And
"Let's go."
Travis is going to be wide open on those plays. We're just going to have those bread and butter plays ready to go.
Bread and fucking butter.
I'm going to go defensive side for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a guy that we've all been watching. It's a guy who I've called out a couple of times. This is easily his biggest test. I really wanted to go Trent McDuffie here because we have not faced a formidable offense the way that we're going to face the 49ers yet this season. There's no, and I don't mean like as far as skill weapons go at the wide receiver positions. We have not faced somebody with as good of players across the board as the 49ers have at those positions. But a guy who started off a game really good in week 5. And now he's really got to put his stamp on it. Let the league know that he's here. Let him stop trying him. come down on a lot of hard, tough tackles inside the box when we're blitzing in. It's Brian Cook. Guy's got to put his stamp, put the name on the stamp, put the stamp on somebody else's forehead. Let's lay some tattoos. Let's get some picks.
You got me thinking about
It's
stamps.
like stamps.
You guys.
Brian Cook's got to go out there and do it, man. It's time. We've recovered fully from the injury. He looks really, really good out there. He's got to separate himself from the rest of the league, and this is the game to do it for Brian Cook.
How much are stamps right now?
Expensive,
man.
bro.
I have
Expensive.
no idea.
Bro, it's like 70 plus
stamp, man,
cents. It's like 70 plus cents a stamp right now.
70 cents a stamp.
That's nuts.
Yes.
Plus, I got to buy like $1.30 envelope.
Bro, no, dude. No, we the save the date thing. It was oh, God bless
This
America.
is now a finance podcast, and we're only talking about inflation.
I did have a question to kind of end the show, though.
fuck.
It hit me. Is it okay? Is it okay? What do you think this show would be like if you guys were not as good as you are? Like let's say you
Still
won
the
that
same.
one. Let's say you lose that one against the Niners, you lose the one against you win the one against the Eagles, but you lose last year. Do you think you'd be positive and being like, watch our team, or do you think it would be watch the other team?
John and Tybo would think that we would go 17-0 every single year, and I would be sitting here going, the Bills are going to beat us. This team's going to beat it. And they're going to hate on me for it. And
Like
then
the
I'm
last
going to
2
end up
years.
being like the last 2 years. I'm going to end up being right. They're going to call me a Chiefs hater, and we're going to move on week by week.
Okay.
Until we win the
Okay.
Super Bowl.
What if you were like
we give realistic record expectations at the beginning of the year, but once we get into like calling the game and pick them, it's Chiefs win every single time.
what about like 15 years ago, Chiefs?
We don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
I know you don't. I know you don't, but like that's just like do you think you'd be as positive as you are?
Do you want to talk about the last 10
we
years
wouldn't have
for
a
the Raiders?
podcast if we
No,
were.
I'm not trying to
15
talk
years
shit.
ago.
I'm just like I'm curious. I was thinking because like you guys are so positive, like what if like there was a lot more doubt each week in and week out, like what would this show
I
look
wouldn't
like?
be
Would it
sitting
still be
here
as positive?
I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. We wouldn't have a fucking show. We can flood the market with Chiefs podcast because we're fucking good. If
Fair
we
weather
were,
we'd be-
were the
we'd be
Fair
Browns,
weather
talking-
fans.
like we almost used to be, like
We'd have like short little segmented Chief shows, and then we'd probably focus all of our attention on the NFL show.
It'd be a brief 20 minute.
Tommy, what would this show be
Expose.
without you? Fucking better.
You'd still be running. I think we'd get less pops out of you and me, but arguing with each other like that was a good bit earlier. But yeah, I don't know. What did you say? I didn't even hear you. You mumbled.
I said, what would this show be without you, Tommy? I said, better.
Oh yeah, that's good. That is good. Oh man, you probably wouldn't have to lower the volume while editing as much if I wasn't on this show.
I'm still here. Don't worry about that. We still
Oh
got it.
yeah.
All right. Well, we play the 49ers at 3:25 on Sunday. Really quickly, it's a home game for the Niners, who are 1.5-point favorites.
This is a no-brainer.
Do Tommy call it?
Yeah, team ride like duh. The fucking Chiefs are a 1.5-point dog. What are we doing here?
Easy enough. Well,
Also, that
catch us-
pause earlier, was that a team fine? Team fine? Because we all just sat in silence.
Could have been. It definitely should have been. All right, check us back early next week as we cover everything that has happened for Chiefs 49ers, as we will definitely be walking away with a big fat win. Until next time, go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Eat my ass.